UserTesting.com, this is Erica P. signing in. And today my child has been admitted to the hospital for a week, but is on track for a speedy recovery. I am in the hospital room with them along with a hospital attendant. The hospital staff recommended to me a new website for my child to use during their stay. They hand me a tablet, then I move on to the next task here. And it takes me to a web page here. Okay, when you see the page, move on to the next step. Okay, I'm going to go through the introductory screens and tell you what I think about the website. What the website does, and then I'll stop when I reach the page titled Ready to Get Started. Then I move on to the next task here. So, worry-free entertainment for the hospital experience. Explore in safety. You only have access to games, movies, and videos approved for your child's age. This is awesome. Build connection. Choose to talk with another pediatric patients at your hospitals through safe, moderate chat. I like that as well. Customize to your needs. You can block content from the start, and you can always flag content to remove it forever. Okay, now let's get started. Alright, so what I think this website does is it's like, even though Netflix has its own section for children, it's like a Netflix for kids. Instead of how like Netflix or even Hulu has a children's section, this is all built around kids from what I can tell. I really love that. So all of the games that are available, all of the videos that are available, all of the movies that are available are there with your child's age in mind. Okay, so remembering this is a prototype design that's not completely finished yet, I will only be able to click on the orange rectangles. Okay, I'll keep that in mind within the prototype screen. So click anywhere on the browser screen to make them briefly appear. Okay, I'll do that. Alright, got it. Alright, so now I'm ready to get started. What are my thoughts? Okay, so ready to get started. Join other patients to San Antonio Methodist Hospital and enjoy hundreds of hours of entertainment during the stay. Then there's a parent profile, okay, and then a kid's profile. Really like that. Pick a favorite color as a password. Oh, that's cute. Then you have the age group. So again, the videos, movies, the games will all be catered towards whatever age group they pick. So I really like that. Would I sign up right now? Yes, I would. And I'll explain why. A week in hospital is a very long time for a kid. It's a long time for anyone, but especially a kid. You know that kids, not even kids anymore, but people's attention spans are just, it's so quick, it's so short. So having something like this to help bide their time while they're in recovery, I think would be exceptional. And I really like the fact that you have this totally catered around the children, even down to the password. I really like that. I like that you even get to select an age group, because like my 12-year-old isn't going to want to watch the same thing maybe my 3-year-old would. So I really like that you have it divided up in different age groups as well. If I have to step away, I really don't need to worry about anything I wouldn't normally have my child watch popping up while I'm gone because it's not catered that way. It's not set up that way. So it'll put my mind at ease if they were to use it. Okay, so I'm going to complete the sign-in process, then move on to the next step. Okay, and sign up. Okay, did I complete this task successfully? Yes, I completed the task successfully. It says parent and child accounts are created. So go with yes. Overall, how difficult or easy was this task? Very, very easy. Very easy to follow. Why do I think there was a section for child profile in the sign-up process? Well, again, I'll go back to my 12-year-old wouldn't want to. I said watch before, but we can even change it up to games. My 12-year-old isn't going to want to play the same games my 3-year-old is. So I really like how you divided it up as far as what kind of content will be available per each age group. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the home page and I'll describe in my own words what I think NOXX is about without visiting any other pages. So let's just go here, let that load. Okay, so I'm looking at NOXX and I'm on their homepage and I see Animal Planet, something we watch so much of. Animal Planet, and then I see some streamers, the top streamers. There's some social playground games, music. So in my own words, I feel like this is a page that it's a menu. It's a menu the kids can choose from if they're in the mood to play games. Here's your games. Or if you want to watch some of your favorite channels or something like that, you have that available to you as well. If you're into catching up with your favorite streamer, you can do that as well. So I feel like this is a main menu for the kids, and I think it pretty much covers all the ground too. You can catch up with your streamers, your television show, your computer game, social playground, I should say, and maybe even the social playground. You'll be playing with other patients within the same hospital. That'd be cool as well. Let's see, I see games and music. So a nice little menu for the homepage. Okay, so I'm going to browse around the site until I find the description page for one of the videos. Here we go. Okay, so I find a description page for some of the videos here. Was I able to complete the task? I was. Videos are really easy to locate. You have the menu set up where you can really, it's pretty easy to follow. Don't get confused at all. Even if I was having my, say, 6-year-old use it, well, I'll go back to my 6-year-old would be able to follow this. Anybody who could read can follow this. It was really easy to follow. And I know I completed the task because here is the description of all the videos that you have. Overall, I felt like this task was very easy. Okay, so while browsing through the various videos, I'm going to imagine that I found some content I think that is inappropriate for my child, and I want to report this video to the product team. So I'm going to demonstrate how I will report this video. Okay. Alright, so let's do, okay, I have the video here, and then there's descriptions, and just move this out the way. looking at the page here, join a chat, there's what I'm expecting to see is a report, a little tab or something that kind of stands out at me that says I can report this. So, and I don't see what I'm actually looking for. Oh, there it is. So if I wanted to play it, and that's where the report content is if I wanted to report it. So this is where I would go through and report a video that I didn't think was appropriate. I'm pretty sure, I'm positive I completed the task successfully. It lets you know right there. Thank you for your feedback. Overall, how difficult or easy was this task? I give it a 4. I was just really expecting something else, so a different kind of symbol or something like that. I was easy to find, but I was expecting something else as far as to report a video. Alright, so we've been taken to a different page here. Let it load. Close down some of this stuff. Alright. Okay, so without clicking on any of the links, it's okay to scroll up and down. I'm going to try to describe in my own words who I think this page is for and what they can do here. So I think this page is for the 6 to 12 age group. Looking over this, it looks like it keeps track of their activities, how long they've been viewing it, how many different types of content they viewed, if they had any chat discussions. This is great. Hours watched. So it really keeps track of their activity on the tablet. Okay. Alright. So now my child Tracy has been using NOXX for a few days in hospital, and I'm interested in seeing what videos she has been watching during this time. So I'm going to demonstrate what I would do to find out. So let's see. Minecraft Clinical. So let's just go to, I would say either calendar or my own profile. I'll probably be able to get, okay, so, alright, so, and then I select Tracy's name, enter in my parental control. Okay, so I had it. I was thinking it would be one of two things. Either I could just view the calendar and see what she did that day, or I would find it under my own profile. So I was able to catch it just fine. Okay, so was I able to finish the test successfully? Yes. And I found it very easy. Okay, so next, I am concerned that the child may have access to too much content. So I'm going to demonstrate steps in NOXX I would take to customize what she sees in this platform. Too much content. Alright. So let's do hours watched, overall activities. Now I do see an option to edit, so I'm thinking under one of these edits I'll be able to limit the content. So let's see. Okay, so that wasn't it. So let's try viewing history. I see that. Blocking. Okay. Block specific categories and channels. So under blocking, I was able to find where I could start to limit what she has access to. so it can more customize the platform for what she does. So let's say I want to limit the live streams. So that's a way that I can limit or correct the fact that she has too much content. Okay, so was I able to complete the test successfully? I would say so, because here you can either block or okay, block or unblock here. So that's how I would do it. Okay, I found it to be pretty easy. I won't give it a 5 because at first I was thinking I could use the edit and edit the content that she sees, but blocking, it was still my next choice, so it was still easy. Is it clear to me how I will block and unblock the content? Yeah, you just pick this what you're trying to block or limit. It could be music, videos, or games. It's all going to be the same. It'll list the channels, and then to the right, you'll be able to either block or unblock that content. So I was able to understand it. What I would like more fine-tuned blocking controls. Actually, I think you made it pretty simple, and I'm really big on keeping it simple. So I think the way you have it is fine. Yeah, I think the way you have it is fine. I don't agree with that. Okay, so I'm going to imagine that I finished blocking some content before I hand the tablet back to my kid. Reset the browser to the NOXX home page. Demonstrate how we'll go back to the NOXX home page. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking I could either just press on NOXX. That normally works on any other website. You press on NOXX and there you go. So I was able to complete the task successfully, yes. And that method works on mostly all the websites that I ever visit, no matter what the content is. So it was very easy. Now I'm going to demonstrate the steps I would take to update my email address. Again, I would just go to my profile, my account, put in my password, and here we go. I was able to finish the task successfully, and I found it very easy. And now I have another child with me in the hospital room visiting Tracy. They have their own tablet and want to try NOXX too. So I'm going to set up a separate profile for them. So I'll go to here and add another profile. It'll be the kid's name, have them pick another color, blue, age group, and then we'll save it. And then just like that, the profile has been added. Again, very easy. You guys have really mapped out the navigation. Very easy. Okay, if anything was confusing about this prototype, or what was it? Nothing. I think the only time that I really had to spend some time on trying to figure out where to go was how to report a video. And really, I was probably thinking more of like on YouTube, it actually just says report video if you're not down with the video. Like if I'm, so they actually like plainly worded it. So that's probably the only thing. But once you get used to it, it was pretty easy to find. Okay, after using this prototype, what questions would I want to ask the hospital staff about NOXX? Is this going to be added to my hospital bill? Is this going to be extra? That's primarily my only thing that I would ask. Okay, I would recommend NOXX to my friends, families during the hospital stay. Absolutely. Okay, I will be prompted to complete a 10-question survey, and then I'll move on to the next task. Okay, so when you see the page, move on to the next step. So let me just finish the task. See, I think that I would like to use the system frequently Absolutely. I find the system unnecessarily complex. I disagree on that. I thought it was pretty easy. I thought the system was easy to use. Strongly agreed. I think that I would need the support of a technical person to be able to use the system. Strongly disagree. I found the various functions in the system to be that I found the various functions in the system were well integrated. Yes, I strongly agree with that as well. I thought there was too much inconsistency in the system. Oh, I totally disagree with that. Everything flowed quite nicely. I would imagine that most people would learn to use the system very quickly. I strongly agree with that. And I found the system very cumbersome to use. I disagree. I felt very confident using the system, strongly agree, and I needed to learn a lot of things before I could get going with the system, strongly disagree. Everything was mapped out beautifully. Okay, so as far as any additional comments, questions, or suggestions, I'll just make a comment in saying this is a wonderful idea, spectacular idea. Again, for anybody, a week-long stay in the hospital is too long. You start to miss home after that. So for kids, I think this will help cool down that anxiety they may be having by not being home, and keep their minds occupied. And you can really customize it so they're not occupying their minds with nonsense. You know, it could be some educational things on there, some things that spark their brains and get them thinking and stuff like that. I think it's a wonderful idea. So thank you for using usertesting.com. This is Erica P. signing out.